And it's a pleasure to welcome Martin Boyle, who is a community activist with the Scottish Drugs Forum. Please welcome Martin. Thank you.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for turning up this morning. I'm part of here, Poverty Alliance, and it's a privilege to be asked here today to do this for these. As you can see by the slide, about me, I'm going to talk about myself, my own history, about how I went through poverty and how it's affected me where I'm at today. My name's Martin Boyle. I stay in Glasgow. I'm a single father, but I've got 4 children. All my life I've went through a difficult childhood, but I'll cover that through, as you see, like my addiction years and everything like that, up until where I'm at now, standing in front of you the present day. Why am I here today? I'm here to hopefully help you understand about addiction and about poverty and what's happening to people in there in the community, and hopefully you will help go out there, and even if one person in here can help somebody out there, that'll be a priceless to me, to be honest with you, because I don't want people going through what I went through. I'm going to talk about my childhood, my addiction, and then what happened next. Starting off with my childhood, when I was born at 2 years of age, I put into my grandparents, I get into their care. I was born in 1970, so there was no kind of real things like social work, anything like that, interventions like that. So I was just basically, it wasn't like kinship, things like that, there was nothing like that at all, whatever. So before I started school, everything was all right. As I say, I'd stayed with my granny, they had low income, various circumstances. So at the end of the day, they've been put in their care. So they're already gone through poverty, so it's more poverty for them having to get stuff for me. So I'll go straight to school. When I went to school, I was 5 years of age. But when I went to school, I didn't have nothing. Not, as I say, because when I stayed with my granny and my granda. So I had my best pal, but see, my wee best pal, his ma knew basically kind of some of my circumstances. Now, I was away, I didn't know, but people see he stays with his granny and granda, now mum isn't dads, so they know there's something wrong kind of there, but I didn't see this. But when I went to school, as I say, my granny and I did kind of provide for me the best they could, but my wee best pal's ma used to give me such things like bags of clays, it was his clays and that, but to me, I thought it was brilliant, you know what I mean, because it was different for me, it was a different change of clays and that. But see, at the end of the day, the next day, if I went out to school the next day, the fun and the enjoyment that was took at it, because people in school knew that it was my pal's clays. So see, at the end of the day, from then on, all through primary, I just get bullied. I was getting called all sorts of names. I was going through, I was a hurdle going to school every day, to be honest with you, because I was getting stigmatised for the end of the day, because I had nothing. So this went on for 7 years. I liked school, because I joined football. Even though I was going through all this, I loved primary school. I did really love primary school, because I think I did things like football teams and that. But with the trauma of getting, sorry I'm going into trauma now, but see, through getting bullied because I had nothing with the clays and that as well, I kind of rebel a bit. And see, because I was sticking up for myself, I'd been getting the belt. Back at the end, you would get the belt for now after your teacher. So at the end of the day, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm getting trauma, I'm getting bullied, then I'm getting the belt after the teacher, I'll try to stick up for myself. So there was more trauma on top of that as well. So that was to primary. So about 11, 12 years of age I was, and my granda died. And so it was just my granny I was left with. Then she died a year later, to be honest with you. So apart from that, I had to move back into my ma's. I only see my ma once a year, if I was lucky. And that was actually basically probably she came up to me trying to get a tap off my granny. I never seen my ma, never had my dad in my family. Sorry for him, just him. So that's the way I grew up. When my granny and my granda died, I moved back into my ma's house. But I've not seen my ma for 12 years. So it was I moved in, there was a dad, a stepdad, I had a brother and sister I didn't even know about. So I would have walked into this ready-made family. And it was okay for a couple of months, then I didn't know that my stepfather was an alcoholic. So at the end of the day, I started getting abused off him. mentally, physically, etc. I've been on for a couple of years and it was really, really bad. So I actually, through all that, I started dogging school. I didn't go, the reason I was in first year, I've never been to school after first year, I didn't get back because when I went to secondary school, see, because of the first thing in primary school, now like schools all amalgamate in secondary when I went, so you get 5 different schools would go into your secondary school, and then you get somebody would say, oh, he's a wee black guy, no sorry, a wee bogging one for that school, then I've got all these other schools all bully me again, so I just bolted for school. That's all I knew, just run. So I ran when I started shoplifting that because I wasn't going to school to go and get my dinner and that. So that's me started life of crime. I started going around about people when I was doing the shoplifting to feed my so I started library shoplifting to feed myself, but then I started going around about people who were shoplifting as well, which took me into different circles. So that took me into crime. You get prison, as you can see up on the board, the prisoners and the homelessness. In this circle, this just was a vicious circle for 27 years. There was no full stops, nothing in between this. This was just 27 year hardcore bang at it, to be honest with you. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong kind of words, but that's the way I use the words. The crime, it was to get money for drugs to start off with. I'm standing here today, I'm not proud. I sell drugs to a lot of people because I was an addict. So that was me. For 27 years at the time, I didn't think I was an addict because I stopped the crime and I didn't think I had to go shoplift and do things like that. After that, during the course of, as I said, going about doing shoplifting and that, and the people I was going about with, I started going about like football casuals, and I started, all this was, see, because I wasn't in the house, see the shoplifting and going with somebody, and going to the football and that with all these people, and it was fighting, and it was all chaos, everything was chaos. It was just, I fitted in somehow. It was part of being something, you know what I mean, because I wasn't in my house, I wasn't nothing in my house. I wasn't a family member in that house, so I had to find somewhere I felt safe, where I thought I felt safe. Getting into prison, I love prison. I know that sounds stupid, but it was the only time it got me away from the chaos, and it was the only time I could ever get away from drugs and stay clean. And I had structure, stability, I had people to answer to. I never had people to answer to in my life. My granny, my granda, my ma was never there, never seen my dad. Nobody told me nothing. I was going to school, getting the belt. Nobody told me what to do. I was just I was on a mission. They just let me, nobody was there to intervene. There was no intervention whatsoever. There was plenty of times to intervene. The teachers could have intervened in everything, but they intervened with a belt. You know what I mean? They could have just turned behind me the bullies, but because I retaliated, I was part of that as well. But see, when I was in prison the last time there, as I say, this has been just to where I get to today. I knew I was going to come back out and I was going to be homeless. I relapsed many a time. And as I say, I got to the stage I was about, I think I was 40, 41, 39 I think it was. And I've done that myself. I was sitting myself one day in my cell, and I've done that, and I was thinking all the things like through all the years I've wasted, all the lives I've wasted. When I was in the jail, I know my wee man died of cancer. Things like that. So I knew I was going to use it again when I came out. You know what I mean? So when I came out, I was like, no, I can't do this. So I had to put a plan of action into this. So when I came out, I didn't know there were services out. See, I went first time I ever got I knew there was services. I ended up in a drug test and treatment order, and that was structure for me itself, because I had to get clean urines every week. I had to go and report to a social worker, and if I gave a urine at the end of the month, I'd go and have to see a judge, and see if that judge wasn't happy with it, I knew I was going back to jail. So see, that I was on that for 18 months, and that was the first time I was ever clean in my life for 18 months. But I get told I can come off 5 months earlier, but I didn't want to, because in my head I wanted somebody to answer to, because I was going through this for 40 years. So I stayed on it for the extra 5 months. That was just to explain what the DTO was. I actually tapped into a cat team when I was in the jail. I had this on my head, what I was doing when I was getting out. I was like, no, I'm not going back to what I was, because I knew I was going to use drugs. So I got a holiday, a cat worker, got a holiday, try to get the services in. I needed for mental health and addiction, but that was different. I had to deal with my addiction first, because mental health were telling me at the end of the day you need to put the drugs down before we deal with your mental health. So that was barriers for me as well, because my head was all over the place, you know what I mean, something like that. And I suffered from trauma, and was my addiction, and I'm thinking, these are people are all mental, they don't know what they're talking about, you know what I mean. I thought I was right, but I had to listen to people. I knew I had to come out and tap into access, housing and access and support, and I had to get the long-term support to back to a normal life. At the end of the day, I didn't know what a normal life is. As I said to you before, 27-year addiction, that was normal with me. Trauma was normal with me. You know what I mean? That was just it. That was my life. I came out, I was homeless. My worker and that gave us a hand to trying to access into get the homelessness and that, which I really did need, because I need disability. See, if I never had a house, and if I went in a hostel or something like that, I knew it was like a jail again. People were maybe hanging and I'd have used doing that. But during all this, it was like, see the benefits I was getting, all my benefits went in drugs. See, my next payday, half my next gyro was going on drugs already. How did they already had that spent? You know what I mean? I was like getting ticked and all that, and I was never getting money for food or anything like that. That's how my crime was all coming back, and I was going out, I couldn't pay bills. I was doing mad, I'll be honest with you, I was out there doing mad things like rigging my meat on that, just so I could have heating. You know what I mean? Because I was a drug addict. That was it. At the time. And I was just had nothing. And that, the thing is, then, because I was a drug addict, I know, see, like, pals would used to phone me up, I know, and say, do you want to go, say, like McDonald's or something like that. And I know it's only like £3 or a £5 or something like that. But see, my pride in that, I could never pick up the phone to anybody. But see, that just that £3, that I couldn't even go anywhere to socialise with somebody, because I'd isolate myself again. You know what I mean? Because that was embarrassing to me, not having £3. You know what I mean? Just so I could go. So I'd be in the house, stuck in the house, doing my stinking thinking, as I call it. Then I could easily put me back to where I was. Sorry about this now. So as I say, I had to turn down hundreds of offers and that. And pride was a bad thing for me, to be honest with you. Through all this, I couldn't ask for help. I never asked for help, because nobody helped me. You know what I mean? So why should I ask for help? I went through it all the whole life myself anyway. So I think to myself, well, you're doing it yourself anyway. You've took all these knocks, get on with it. That's the way life is. So as I say, just simple wee things like going to meet somebody for a cup of coffee or something like that. That's hard to do if you've not got money, you know what I mean? And see if you're stuck in the house and you want to get out of the house and somebody offers you that, you don't have to say, oh, I've no money. Because you know they're going to say, I'll offer you, but then that's the pride that kicks in. No, it's all right, no. So I'd make up lies all day long. But honestly, sorry if I'm talking a bit fast here. But the day I'm standing here in front of you, I've been 3.5 years clean after my drugs. I've got a full-time job now with the Scottish Drug Forum. I'm an addiction worker. What I would like to, hopefully anybody in this room that's sitting here today, if one person, if you've got anybody in your family, it could happen to anybody in your family when you pass away or whatever, this could be anybody, it doesn't matter what kind of social network they come from or what, if people have got money or no, it doesn't matter. What I would like to do is, I wouldn't want anybody to go through what I went through. Now, all the interventions, I'd love for people to intervene, because see, at the end of the day, my life was crazy. My life was chaotic. There was a lot of dangerous things, there was a lot of violence, there was a lot of everything through that. You know what I mean? That was just through, because I knew there was intervention. I didn't know there was intervention. People knew there was intervention at the time probably, but they didn't intervene. But I want to get it out there for the simple reason, at the end of the day, I don't want people to grow up in there. I didn't have a safe, stable family. I mean, see if I had all this support, like a safe, stable family, and I had all this, I probably wouldn't be standing here like this. I wouldn't have probably been a drug addict. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would have been. Because I'll be honest with you, because see the first time when I went to school, see when a teacher done that to you, when you go at you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I says I want to be a football player. First thing I asked, the last thing I ever wanted to say to my teacher was, oh, I want to be a drug addict. You know what I mean? I didn't know what a drug was, and that's what happened. And I want to be honest with you, I would like people to realise that for any kind of addiction, mental health, there's gambling, drug addiction, disabilities, everything at all, any support at all for people. I would like for people to listen to people and try and maybe take something out of the day at least. Because at the end of the day, if you're not at the end of that, baby, it's really, really hard. And I go here today to be clean through places like Poverty Alliance, Scottish Drug Forum, and my peers. I've got her sitting here today as well. And I've got heavy trust issues, and I've got a support network of maybe about 5-10 people. That's good enough for me, because that was 5-10 people more than I ever had in my life. So, but sorry for a wee bit of a rant there, to be honest with you, but that's what it is. But I would like to thank you all today for turning up, and it was really appreciated that you're listening to me, and sorry if I started talking too fast there, but thanks again.
Martin, we're really pleased you are standing here today and willing to share your story with us, and thanks for kicking us off in such an inspiring way. So thank you very much.